Hello. I'm just looking at myself thinking, God, it's muggy. This is a really muggy night, so pardon the healthy glow. I'm kind of new in the realm of giving inspirational talks. In fact, this is my first inspirational talk, so you gotta, and then it's not scripted. I don't have a little reader thing. Just as the thoughts come into my head, I'm going to say them. But this is going to be a short one, I think. What I'm hoping is to do a couple of these and just see what happens, see if people make any comments, because honestly, I don't know anything. I'm not a doctor. I'm not any kind of expert, but I have a lovebird. Okay, I am currently dealing with depression, and I've had depression now for, well, I've probably had it on and off my whole life, but I've been kind of in a real big loop for maybe the last 4 years, I'd say. It's just a lot of things happening. And anyway, I've tried a lot of things, and first of all, I had to come to grips with the idea that depression is a physical condition. You know, I'm old school. Grew up thinking that you were weak. It was a weakness to have any kind of mental illness. Well, depression is a chemical imbalance in your brain, and it is very fixable. Medication, depending on which one, you have to find the right one, and you have to find the right strength. But it makes a huge difference. It's a lot like somebody, like a woman who doesn't have enough hormones or whatever, or estrogen, that's the word. Estrogen, because they're going through menopause. I mean, it's kind of like that, sort of. I mean, it's physical, but it's correctable. And it's really not something to be ashamed of, because so many people in this country have depression. And what I have found is, what I've been reading, this is the gist of this little video. I have come across some books that have really helped me. And I think the reason they help me is because they're written by somebody who's just like me. She's not, as far as I know, she's not a doctor or anything. She's just a very wise woman. And her name is Byron Katie. And first I stumbled on her book, Loving What Is, because my doctor recommended this book to me. And I read this, and it's amazing. She talks about doing the work, and you write down on a worksheet, things, and ask questions of various things of your thoughts. And I don't have time for that in the real world. I'm sorry, but I'm busy. I don't have time to write things down and look every negative thought that I have under the microscope, which is kind of what she's saying in her book, Loving What Is. But just learning the basics of identifying when you're sad, identifying what thought is making you feel that way, and then asking yourself in your head, not writing it down, just asking yourself in your head, well, is that true? What other possible explanations could there be? So-and-so didn't call me back. They don't like me anymore. Is that true? Or, gee, let's see, did so-and-so maybe get in a car wreck? Did so-and-so maybe get a call from his kid's school and have to go get his kid? Did so-and-so forget? That's a big one. Did so-and-so, okay, you can make a whole list of why so-and-so didn't call you. Why does it have to be that they don't like you anymore? But that's the kind of thought that can control your mood so easily, and you can attach to that thought and really start to believe it. Anyway, Byron Katie, that's the author of Loving What Is, and she also wrote I Need Your Love, Is That True? And it's about we're all raised to think that we're not anybody unless people love us. We have to have people loving us to have value. We have to have a husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or children or friends. We have to have friends. We have to have approval and appreciation and acceptance and all these things to feel good about ourselves. And if we don't have this affirmation, then we're nothing. This is what her second book is about. But I just recommend her very, very much. And that's the gist of my first little video. Just that, and the fact that oh my God, reading her book, she talks to all these people in her book that are just like me. And it makes me realize how many people are just like me. We walk around and we let our thoughts totally control us. We're like little puppets on a string, and our thoughts, we let them take over our emotions, and we become victimized by our own thoughts. And all it takes is understanding or recognizing in our own heads which thoughts are just theories that we get that pop into our heads and which are actually true. Because most of the time when we're sad, we're thinking about stuff that we think might be the case, or we're afraid might be the case, or possibly could be the case, but we don't know for sure, and yet we let ourselves get all sad, for days or weeks or months, and then you find out down the road that never happened at all, and you got to be sad all that time for absolutely no reason because you were wrong. Anyway, that's the point of Byron Katie, is identifying those thoughts as they come, asking yourself, is that true? And, I find just asking that one question is enough to take the toxicity of that thought away and make it a lot less damaging to me, to my self-esteem, and to my mood. And just asking the question, is that true? Another one of her questions that she asks, that she wants you to ask when you get these negative thoughts, do I have any non-stressful reason to keep this thought? Who would I be if I couldn't think this thought? How would I treat other people if I didn't walk around thinking this thought all the time? Why am I letting myself be a slave to this thought? That's what I just came up with, but that's what I've been most of my life. I've been a slave to my thoughts. And the amazing thing is we don't have to be. We can actually control, with our intellect, the thoughts we get in our brain and pick through what we want to attach to and the shit that we don't want to, that destroys us and makes us sad, that we don't even need to be sad over because they're not really true. Okay, well, this is going to be really freaking long. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I really hope you guys read Byron Katie, and that she helps you as much as she's been helping me. So we're going to find the off switch.